Welcome to Property Focus. I'm Kate Miller. Making headlines this week, subdued property price growth conditions are forecast to prevail, and debate over whether the government should do more to help first-time buyers continues. But first to our lead story. The federal government's delivery of the 2011 budget brought few surprises for the property market. While there were no new incentives announced to support the property market, Starr Partners real estate chief executive Douglas Driscoll said no news was essentially good news.
A non-budget than a budget. I certainly think in terms of the investment property market, it's fairly calm waters. I think the longer we experience an element of stability, the better really, because people really know where they stand.
Investors should get used to more subdued property price growth, according to BIS Shrapnel Managing Director Robert Mellor. Mr. Mellor told Property Focus he'd be surprised to see annual growth of any more than 0 to 2% for the 2011 calendar year.
These are not boom conditions, but I think people need to get used to over the next 5 to 10 years for residential property that good years are going to be when price growth is in the range of 5 or 10%, and average years you might only get 2-3% increase. If you're lucky, a good year you might get 4 or 5. Remembering that a 4 or 5% price increase is probably about a 1 or 2% real rise above the rate of inflation. And that's about what I'd be expecting for most residential markets over the next 10 years.
Just whether the federal government needs to do more to support first-time buyers remains a heated issue. While some corners of the property industry believe government intervention could have negative consequences for the broader property market, others firmly believe first-time buyers need more assistance towards their first purchase. Steve Kane, CEO of mortgage broking group Fast, said so long as additional incentives were well managed, they would provide welcome support to first-time buyers as well as the wider market.
I think that it actually helps in terms of getting people into the housing market. I think it is a stimulus that is something that drives. The housing market is a very big driver of the economy in Australia, and anything that boosts that market is going to help the overall economy, and of course it assists consumers and the public getting into housing. So it is a good thing, and I think it should be one of the government objectives going forward.
And keep an eye out for the June issue of Smart Property Investment, hitting newsstands across Australia next week. In this month's cover story, Red Hot Winter Bargains, we reveal why buying now could deliver you enticing returns. And that's it for Property Focus for this week. I'm Kate Miller. See you soon.